Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about a 45-degree drill to fix your pushes and hooks. Hey guys, before we dive in, I want to talk to you about how we can work together over the winter, and how we can do that is through CogornoGolf.com. That's our online membership community full of golfers like yourself and myself looking to improve. Now, a lot of you guys ask where you can send your swing videos in, and this is where you can do that. We'd love for you guys to join our community. As a member, you get access to our Facebook community where you can post up your swing videos. I can help you identify what are the main priorities, what you need to work on, the drills to do, and guide you through that process over the winter so you're ready for next spring and summer. Now, as a member, you also get access to everything. You get access to our master classes, our member library, the practice section, and the quick fix section. I would love to work with you over the winter. I hope you guys check out CogornoGolf.com. We'll include a link in the description down below. Now, for today's video, I want to talk about fixing pushes and hooks with a 45-degree drill, and what the 45-degree drill is and why we call it that. And what we're going to focus on in this video is the follow-through component of the swing, and specifically where the club moves. So if we kind of take notice, if I take my setup, I've laid a stick on the ground here, just to the left of my left foot in front of me on a 45-degree angle. And now that's a 45-degree angle if you sort of looked at this line and the target line, right? So it's 45 degrees in this direction. And now that stick on the ground is meant to give me a visual in terms of where I want the club to go in the follow through, right? The point here is if you're someone who hits that ball pattern like I have for a long time, and it's really a better player problem, right? But it is a problem of the push and the hook. The root of that issue stems from a downswing where the club path gets too underplane early, right, or too far from inside out, right? So the swing gets too far from inside out. And so to fix that, you've either got to fix the fact that it comes too far inside early, or you've got to fix the fact that it comes too far out late. And really how we like to do this with someone with pushes and hooks is to change the follow through pattern. And so instead of me normally making a swing, and if this is you, your club normally exits too far to the right or down the line, we're gonna go ahead and change that and have this exiting the shaft, exiting much more to the left past impact. So when I get into my follow through, in my eyes here, it's just parallel on the same angle as the shaft. The feels you're going to get for this is that the shaft is exiting much more left past impact around your body. And in all likelihood for a lot of you, it'll feel like the handle is much lower and to the left. More like you retain some angle here as it works around you, okay? Now what I want to do here first is hit some shots, guide you through how to start with this, what are some of your feels, and then we'll piggyback this with another feedback drill you can use along with video so you can get rid of your push and hooks and not do it for 10 years like I did. Okay, so as you're starting this process, what I would recommend, as with all drills, right, is we're gonna start from step one. We're gonna walk before we run, right? We need to learn letters before words. Well, I'm gonna have an 8-iron here, and as I do this, I'm not going full swing, full speed and expecting perfection. Okay, that's not to say you couldn't feel and hit it good right away, but to train this in, so this is our normal movement pattern, we gotta start slow and build our way up. So I would recommend a short iron. I've got an 8-iron. I'm gonna hit these shots no more than 100 yards, okay? I normally hit my 8-iron like 160, 200 maybe something, but no, 160. But I'm gonna hit this like 100 yards. It's gonna be short and slow. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to fix my push and my hook, and really what I'm trying to do is change my follow through. I'm gonna feel the shaft working much more left, like I said. I'm gonna feel like my hands, almost like there's a wall here, my hands are gonna stay low as I work around. Now the question always comes up, how do I get the club over there? Should I feel my hands doing it? Should I feel the club? Is it pure rotation? Well, ideally, this club is going to work more to the left because your body is opening more and rotating more. But you can also reverse engineer that, meaning if I feel it in my hands and the grip and the shaft and the club head, and I feel that working left, there's a good chance your body is gonna open up or rotate more as a natural reaction to that. So you can be thinking here about opening up more, getting your hip open, belt buckle, chest, etc. But really we're gonna focus on your hands, the grip, the shaft, the club head, any of those working more left around you. Like I said, we're gonna start short with a little 8-iron here. I'm gonna hit about 100 yards. I'm gonna rehearse one over that stick, come back in, and then I'm gonna hit a little half one, trying to get to the same spot. Now, keep in mind with any ball patterns, there's a little bit of a pull. Keep in mind with any ball pattern, if you're someone who hits a push and a hook, or any ball pattern, but a push and a hook, you need to see the opposite, okay? If you're someone who hits a hook, you wanna do some things that you're gonna hit some little cuts with even, right? Pulls and cuts are the opposite of pushes and hooks. So pulls and cuts are what you wanna see. You don't even necessarily wanna go from hook to straight, you wanna see a little bit of the opposite. So that was a little pull, that's great. I'm gonna do the same thing, feel the same thing, little half one. I feel like I'm turning my hip, my belt buckle, hands are working left, getting the shaft over that stick. I'm gonna feel my hands working a little low and left as I open up. And what I wanna see here, that's awesome. So that's about a 5-yard cut, right? So as a pusher and hooker, I love that. I know those feels are moving me more towards normal. Now, as I do this, probably for the first month, that would be the warm-up of the practice. Then I would gradually lengthen out my swing, add some speed, but really I'm still feeling those same little pieces as I work through. Again, I'm feeling the hands lower. I'm almost feeling the shaft a little more diagonal, or sort of umbrella, some people would call it, compared to it being over this way. I'm feeling my hands left and the shaft being almost a little bit more angled this way instead of this way for the cut shot. And like I said, I'm gonna gradually work my way up. I'm looking for ball flight feedback here, but let's talk about a drill you can piggyback with this that works really nicely. Okay, so a really good drill to do along with this little 45-degree feel is a little plane drill. So what we have here is a range bucket and then a little alignment rod through the bucket. The point of this stick is to put something in your way so that your hands and club don't exit down the line, or even worse, to the right, and you hit the stick. What am I trying to do with this? The same feels. I'm trying to feel my hands staying lower to the ground. This is more on an angle, and working more around me as I rotate, a little bit more passive to get rid of the push and the hook. Now, when you set this up, you can put the bucket and the stick at a bunch of different angles. What I always do when I set it up, because I've used this in the past a lot and it's worked really good for me, is I would take the club and I look at my toe line like this. So on this line here, I'd put the club on my toe line, just kind of right down the target line like so, parallel to the ground, and I give myself maybe 2 inches. Okay, so that's how I set that up. Club down the toe line, I give myself about 2 inches. The point's gonna be to go underneath it. Now, what feels do I use with this? The same thing. If you haven't done this before and you hit big push and hooks, certainly start slow. You're gonna be a little bit afraid of the stick, which is fine. I'm gonna start slow and build my way up. Same sort of feels. Hands lower and more around me to the left. I'm gonna sort of umbrella my finish a little bit more vertical. So let's go ahead and do a little half one again, 100, and kind of build my way up. Good, and for that feels really good for me right now even. And so for someone who hits pushes and hooks, you're gonna like that. You're gonna like the way you look. You're gonna like that drill a lot. And so I would piggyback this with this, and that's how the 45-degree drill works. Understand the root of your problem, if you hit push and hooks, is your path is too far to the right. Now, there could be other variables, right? Setup, ball position, aim, etc. But this is the main root of it. Now, if you do these and this doesn't fix your push and your hook, I would get with a coach, check out CogornoGolf.com, do something so we can help check those other variables. But these are great drills to fix those problems. If you have any questions, as always, leave a comment down below. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. If you liked the video, do us a favor, click the like button down below. Click the notification bell. Also, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.